Welcome to the Rec Room Podcast. This is episode 75. The title of this pod is Finding Your Love Language?
Yeah.
Alright, and so y'all know how we do. That's the title of the pod. I don't know if after this pod you're gonna know your love language. But we gonna get into some relationship shit and all that, right? So you got me as your host. I go by E1. We got Danye in the building,
First
also known as Mike City. I said Danye
in the building.
See, y'all
City in the building. Hey, we all to a good start.
He took my name. I was here first.
That's Danye, and that's Danye. She thought I said Danye. So we got Trey Philando. We got Miss Danye.
Okay, first lady on the mic for real this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first time he ain't even say your name.
His name Mike City.
And so this episode we're gonna talk about a lot of relationship shit, man. But it's gonna be fun because the questions that I got is dope. But you know how we always start. We always talk about some sports, and what's going on right now is the NBA playoffs. I don't know we still in the first round,
right.
So I can't tell you who's
we're gonna talk about it
3-1 and 2-1. But what I do know is the Lakers are playing the defending champs, which are the Denver Nuggets, and they were down 3-0. And they won last night.
Yeah.
A lot of people were going on LeBron because the game before this, a reporter had asked them about the game, and LeBron was basically like, man, it's just basketball. So people are like, what? Where'd that come from? You supposed to be the GOAT. You talking about just basketball. And so people been saying a lot about that. What you feel about that, Danye, in terms of him saying that?
I feel like if you talk to the greatest basketball player of all time, he not gonna say his craft is basketball. Bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like with Kobe, it's a way of life. It's a mentality. It's a thought. With Mike, it's a mentality. It's a thought. Even with AI, which I think was one of the most underrated players of all time. To me, LeBron is he goes with the times. So that was expected from him. I got it flops all the time.
Listen, what LeBron was doing was he wasn't trying to make it into a super huge deal where he's trying to minimize the thought process.
Wait, it is a super huge deal. You down 3-0.
No.
That's super huge.
Right. But they were talking about game 3. His mind is already on game 4. You see what he did last night? The man's 78 years old, first of all.
No, he's not.
He dropped 30. He willed his team to win against the mighty Nuggets. I'm just saying they could force a game 6, but I think Denver's going to close them out.
Tomorrow night, yes.
Well, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yes.
But speaking of series, the Celtics shocked the Celtics were shocked by the Heat in game 2. But the Celtics beat the brakes off the Heat yesterday, so they up 2-1.
You know who's shocking me right now?
Orlando.
OKC.
OKC.
OKC is shocking me.
Well, I tell you this: if it's unfortunate that Zion Williamson got hurt, because if he wasn't hurt, he was balling out, and they definitely would have had a game by now.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
bro.
There's no way. So they down 3-0 also.
Yeah. And then you got the Clippers who about to go to sleep by the Mavericks.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in that.
Bro. But the T-Wolves in the Sun series stick out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan's son.
Bro,
that's in New York.
Ant-Man is cooking. He's cooking.
Yo.
And he's talking to KD while he's cooking him, bro.
Yeah, he like that.
All right, so now we got some other news. Now this is interesting because if you're into sports, you know that women's basketball, at least women's college basketball, has become super popular over the last 2 years because of LSU,
right,
and also because of Caitlin Clark. Who's I guess the female Steph Curry. So Caitlin Clark and them, they got to the national championship, but they lost. And regardless of that, she's the most popular female player in sports. Ice Cube's Big 3, they offered her a total of like $15 million to play. Of course, she turned it down, and she entered the WNBA draft. Now, by her doing that, before she even did it, Indiana had the first pick. Because they already knew that Caitlin was going to get selected by Indiana. They already, in the TV deal, they already had Indiana to have like 98% of their games on TV. Because that's the type of star power she had. With that being said, she's getting her own shoe deal with Nike, her own shoe. And it says that it's worth $28 million. So my question with that is, first of all, that's what's up. Big ups to her. And I think there's like 2 other females that have shoe deals, but I think they're all white. and maybe that's just because that the population is mostly white, and that's who's buying the tickets, and so that's who got the deals. I don't know, but how do y'all feel about in a sport where everybody's getting paid probably $100K or less, I guess, for like 3 months? How do y'all feel about her like standing out where she's getting that much money, but none of the other players?
How you feel about that, Donnie?
I mean, shoot, I think it's good for her. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
So it's been a lot of females throughout the years who've had signature shoes, but as far as like you said, the attention, the eyeballs that she's bringing to the game, and her being white is the biggest thing to it, because you have tons of skilled black players who will probably give it to Caitlyn as far as like physically and skills wise, but shooting, the electricity that she brings to the game, and her being a white female, and us looking at comparing her to Steph Curry. Oh, that's what we need right there. That's the face. I actually really enjoy watching her play, but this is the biggest deal. And what it also does is it should help pave the way for other young ladies to make more money outside of WNBA, because they don't pay them. But they don't pay them because a lot of the seats are not filled. She's going to fill those seats. You see what I'm saying? In Indiana, like all the games are sold out.
Which is crazy, because like for me, like my introduction to the WNBA was Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoops, Houston Comets, Lisa Leslie, Los Angeles Sparks.
Yeah.
And then if you want to take it, Rebecca Lobo. But if you really don't take it, someone that won on the college level consistently more than Caitlyn was Diana Taurasi. So when you think of players like that don't have a shoe deal, but you get a female that comes out of college that hasn't won a national championship, but I get it, she's star power, and she's marketable.
It's what's
marketable.
She's white.
It's right, and that's what that's the difference in the situation is, what can I put in front of my constituents or fan base? So Caitlin Clark is very marketable, so I understand when she got a $28 million deal over everybody else that never got that. But are there better players that was out there at the time that probably should have got maybe a $14 or $20 million deal? Maybe not this big of magnitude, but yes. I get it. It's business at the end of the day.
Well,
I'm cool with it.
I was going to say, you come with your mic?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you could like move it and then...
Yeah.
You got the mic straight?
Yeah.
She nervous, bro. I keep telling you, she ain't been a long time.
I was just messing with you.
You always say my long time.
No, it should be good. I just double check.
I just want because it kind of like.
Now I was gonna say before we started the pod, we was talking about
best burgers.
No, not best burgers, but also you was asking about what's something that we watch. What was your question?
Yeah. So what are like your guilty pleasure joints that you'll watch, that you'll like nerd out on, but like nobody else watches, but you like you love to watch it, bro?
I think. Well,
it could have been something from old and that like came back. You like, damn, I'm gonna watch this whole series.
I would say probably, maybe 90210.
Okay, I mean, see what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have never thought that shit. I would have never asked you that. That's actually hilarious.
That's your life,
No, it was.
Hey, Mars is the Jersey Shore. Hey, bro, I like Jersey Shore, man. I was watching Jersey Shore when it first came out.
Who's your favorite video, Pauly D?
Man, I like Pauly D. I like the situation. I'm like,
I love Pauly D.
Bro, I was sitting there watching it, and it was on YouTube. I watched like an hour. Just they had a reunion show.
Jersey Shore not bad though.
They had a reunion show in New Orleans, I think. So they're in New Orleans, but you got a relationship with people who haven't seen each other in a while, and so they trying to, you know what I'm saying?
I got one more.
What's up?
All the Twilight movies.
Bruh. Oh, I never watched the Twilight.
You never seen Twilight?
I watched Twilight.
I never watched Twilight.
You never seen that, did you?
I never watched Twilight.
I've seen it. I'm just not a fan.
I love them.
So I seen it got real interesting where I wanted to watch the other ones afterwards.
Hey, you know I've been watching for the past 20 years?
What's up?
Actually, I think maybe 25 years since it started.
What?
The Voice.
The Voice. I mean, The Voice. I was watching American Idol.
Yo, when CeeLo was there, and it was Britney Spears and Blake Shelton and Adam Levine from Maroon 5. And then it started transitioning to different guests over the years. But like, I've been watching The Voice for a minute, and they put out some.
I've been watching as of lately. I've been going between the Twilight Zone. I don't know.
Twilight Zone, the new one or the old one?
The old one, the ones in black and white.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Shit, those are classics.
Yeah. And what was the other? Beyond Fiction.
I never heard.
I love Beyond Fiction. It's all of it on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Beyond Fiction.
It's like fact or fiction. It give you like a couple of short stories or you know something like that.
That sound
and
like,
at the end you gotta try to guess what's true and what's not.
True.
They got a show like that called Black Mirror. It's kind of like that same.
Yeah, it's almost like that.
That same type of vibe.
I ain't never seen that.
And then burgers. See. We live in the DMV area, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Don Ye is from Chicago, and we were talking about the best burgers. So of course, every state doesn't have the same burger places, but as for here in this area, we were talking about Five Guys. And they were saying that they love Five Guys. I think Five Guys some shit.
Hey, Five Guys, we don't support.
You just had to make that known.
And I said that I like what did I say? I like over Five Guys.
Shake Shack.
To me, crush Five Guys.
It does.
In my opinion, you know what I mean. So. Though, and then we named a couple other joints, but I'm going Shake Shack.
My burgers be bomb, though. Like I'm making the crib, man. My burgers be crazy, bro.
Trey, you cook? You never? I never heard nobody say you cook.
Men are the best cooks.
He ain't say nothing about cooking.
Men are the best cooks, though.
Hey, let me tell somebody about the DMV. I'm gonna crush y'all feelings.
There you go.
Okay.
Y'all know Mumbo Sauce is from Chicago, right?
There you go. That's just like Baltimore saying that they was the first ones wearing New Balance. No, man. No.
Hey, like that shit, bro.
Here we go. Come on, man.
So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
Come on, man.
Come on, y'all.
Full transparency.
All right, tell me this. Was it called Mumbo Sauce?
No, it's called. So in Chicago, we call it mild sauce. So a guy named RGT Gals, he was like, this mild sauce is not good enough in Chicago, so he sold it to somebody from DC, and they renamed it Mumbo Sauce.
That's bullshit.
I nigga looked at you when he said it all that shit, bro.
That sounds like a made up story. Mumbo Sauce. He say Mumbo Sauce. What it say? It say developed in Washington D.C.
Keep reading.
But somewhere also.
I love how we doing this live. Like nigga.
Okay, they say it may be a variation.
No, it's not a variation. So if you want to get,
but it's still black. Black people still made this shit.
What history say?
The trademark Mumbo was named first by Washington D.C. Also was the originators of Mumbo Sauce from the very start. Mumbo Sauce only comes from Washington D.C. and was originated in Washington D.C.
Okay.
Are you ad-libbing?
Are you reading what the fuck you want to read right now? Because it don't say it on the paper.
I'm a hype man over here.
Hey, but that shit was funny.
It comes from Chicago though.
Nah, but I love Mumbo Sauce though.
No, it don't.
It's cool.
Mumbo Sauce is
but like
DC.
a Harold's or Uncle Remus
Harold's chicken.
That mild sauce that we use is comparable to your Mumbo Sauce, but it's a little bit different. It's a different.
It's Harold's.
Harold's is really good. That's what I want to try.
So for me, if I'm in Chicago, I'm going to Uncle Remus. That's me.
I saw somebody do reviews on
So Uncle Remus and Harold's is like boom, boom, boom. They like boom, boom, neck. But any carry out that you go to is going to carry a variation of the mild sauce on the chicken wings.
I got you.
And like until I moved here, I never had chicken wings with fried rice. We sell our chicken wings with French fries and bread. Like when I moved out to Atlanta and I went to Mojo's. Mojo's was one of the famous chicken wings places in Atlanta in like 1996. So when I got down there, I ordered like a 6-piece wings. When I got my wings, it was like some wingettes. It was like 3 drumettes and 3 flats. I'm like, this ain't 6 wings. Like I'm used to whole wings.
Right.
And then they gave me celery and blue cheese. I'm like, yo, this shit was crazy.
It's blue, yeah.
That shit was crazy. I'm like, I'm some fried
my sauce. Curry out for the whole wings.
Now we're gonna get into this relationship and dating stuff. What you had?
So
T-Streets.
Nothing hilarious. My bad. Oh, that was a good one. Bam. But I was trying to catch you earlier, bro.
I'm messing with you, bro.
So check it out. So like throughout like the history of the world, right? How you had big events happen. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, Big Bang theories, shit like that. Mm-hmm. It was a motherfucking big worldly event that just happened on Thursday night. Mr. Danye.
I know that.
The sports world, the world of sports, has turned into the Chicago Bears multiverse now, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because actual fact that Caleb Williams, who's the number 1 pick of the draft, he sold the most merchandise ever in one night of any other sports person that was before him. In one night, just in jersey sales. Chicago Bears are going to win the Super Bowl. We also got Rome Odunze. We also got the best punter in the draft. We got an Aussie. You understand? We got somebody to block for Caleb. We got somebody to run behind Caleb. Pause. We have so many weapons now. Green Bay canceled Christmas.
But look, I want to say this, and I want your opinion on this, E. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm in a lot of Chicago Bears groups on social media, right?
Yeah.
So, the whole thing about Caleb Williams is that he paints his fingernails. He cries in his mama's lap at the end of a game.
Mm-hmm. He did it one time. He does all the time.
I get it. He's a diva. He's this. He's that. And they're discrediting this guy before he even steps on the field and take one NFL or one professional, snap in the game. And I feel like if I'm a fan of, so first of all, I follow the C on the side of the helmet. I don't follow no player. So if you come to my team and you play, I follow you because you're on my team. But I'm not gonna sit here and just discredit a guy because he paints his fingernails. I don't care. As long as he goes out and throws touchdowns, I don't give a fuck what he do.
I don't care what he does.
Monday through Thursday, I don't care. But when it comes to Sunday, if he gets out here and performs, that's what it is. And I'm not going to fault a guy for being emotional and losing a big game and crying in your mama. Like, I don't understand how people...
You care.
Yeah, you care. And that's what I coach kids. Cares on my team.
I coach kids. It's called having feminine energy sometimes. I mean, men have feminine energy too.
You come from a woman. You have to have feminine energy.
I don't think that should be, him being criticized.
So this is what I'll say. You guys had a great draft.
Thank you.
Point blank period. It seems like one of the best drafts in a long time. Not just for y'all, just period. Y'all really got on paper. Y'all really look good, and y'all really,
Thank you.
Should be able to
win the chip.
I don't know.
You ain't
in the future, maybe, but y'all did have a good ass draft. So all eyes gonna be on y'all point blank period this season.
True.
Now, in terms of Caleb Williams, I'm all about what you do on the field. I don't care about what you do off the field or anything like that.
That ain't none of your business.
It's about if he want to paint his nails or if he get upset after games, all that shit don't matter if you're winning and you're producing on the field. Now in the social media age, we it's like you kind of let into people's personal life.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you wouldn't even know about it. You wouldn't even know. But it's just different now.
But no one felt that way about Dennis Rodman.
No,
right. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Because he's a dog. So if Caleb Williams, I tell you this, if he get into the NFL and he winning, they won't talk about it no more because they just doing it's something to talk about. But if he a dog on that field, that shut everybody up, and it really don't matter.
I love y'all pick too. At number 2, Jaden Daniels. Yes, I think Jaden Daniels is going to be.
I think he put up some weight.
Yeah, he do got to put up some weight. I'm excited about our new Bias having. It's like new hope. We have a new owner.
Yeah,
we drafting players. It's still. I'm not excited in terms of like this year we going to the playoff. It's not that, but it's just something to put us in a new direction, man.
Yeah.
I hope that we have the linemen that will protect him because you can have the best quarterback in the world, but if they don't have no protection, it's null and void.
Yeah, and I don't know if Dan Quinn has answered the way he let Green Bay run over in the playoffs.
True. So
it depends.
That's tough.
Yeah,
but y'all had a good draft, man, and I don't wish y'all the best, but
you don't wish y'all the best.
I don't wish you the best.
Damn,
but y'all might
I
do
wish
good.
y'all the
Do we
best.
play
You say you wish you. Yeah, we gonna be here.
We gonna punish y'all.
Yeah.
One of our best games.
And that's why I can't give y'all all like that,
Bruh.
Yeah.
because we gonna
Wait till we come
got
in.
to give y'all that work this year.
Wait till we.
Caleb
we
Williams
come in
versus Jaden Daniels, and y'all come in here. We gonna give y'all
We
that
gonna
work.
spank that ass.
You better come.
Nah.
Now let's get in.
Let's do it.
Trey, you got anything else?
Nah.
Okay, so let's get into this relationship stuff. Now I'm gonna start off with this, right? Love languages was something that I had never heard of until I started dating my wife, which was at this point over a decade ago. And I don't know how we start talking about it, but she started telling me, their love languages. What do you think your love language is? And I'm like, I don't even know what that shit mean, right? So anyway, there are 5 love languages, and I'm gonna read them, and then you guys can tell me which one one fits you. All right, so the 5 love languages are words of affirmation. That's 1. Acts of service is number 2. Number 3 is receiving gifts. Number 4 is quality time, and number 5 is physical touch. So I'm gonna start off with you, Danya. When it comes to love languages, and some of you may say that I'm more than all of them, but we're gonna stick with the one. Out of the ones that I've read, what do you feel your love language is?
I know for sure my love language is quality time. I think that's a lot of women. You have to absolutely know your partner, not just on a physical level, but on a mental level, an emotional level, a spiritual level. So being able to, operate in an energy where you're spending quality time with each other, you're learning everything that it is to know about your partner or your potential partner.
All right. Now, my wife says mine is words of affirmation. She feels like she thinks that I like if I get dressed, and she be like, "Oh, babe, you look good," or "Babe, you smell like." She feel like
pumping your head.
And so that, I guess that
the way you react to it,
you got to prepping yourself.
I think that's my joy. You know what I'm saying? Words of affirmation or whatever. Okay. So that's my joy. What you got, Trey?
I think mine might be physical touch.
Okay.
I'm a real touchy feely person. That's just me. Like,
I mean, for you or for you giving it, you receiving?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand me?
And Danye, what's yours?
I took the test. Mine was words of affirmation.
Yours too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Words of affirmation. All right. So with that, we just got that out of the way. Now we just gonna ask some questions about dating, because it's actually a lot of these questions are stuff that I've really never thought about. And this is a good one, because the first question is how long do y'all believe healthy relationships really last? That's a tough one, because
that is really tough.
First thing is like, what's a healthy relationship?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then you can be in a healthy relationship and then it could just take a turn very quickly. So I mean,
yeah.
What would you?
So let me say this. So a couple of the longest relationships that I've been in my lifetime. The first one was like 7 years. The next one was like 8, almost 9 years. So now you're looking at 15 to 17 years of my life that I never get back to 2 relationships that went nowhere, because I thought I had to be there in these relationships to be around my kids, to be the father to my kids. But when you're in a relationship, if you're not getting what you need, there's no way in the world that you can give your kids what they need.
Absolutely.
Because you're incomplete. So if you stand in a situation to the point where I'm not receiving the things that I need, I can't give the other people in the situation what they need.
So were you conscious of what you were not getting?
I was not at that time. No, I was young. I was not.
Okay. So once you got out of the relationship and you met somebody else and it was a little bit more healthy, you found out what you weren't getting previously? Or was it just a natural growth and maturity of you?
I think it was a natural growth and maturity, a maturization of who I am. So I mean, I'm looking at it like that.
Okay.
But still, I'm still 49. I'm not married. Like, and I probably never get married. Like, that's not my end goal.
Well, that's not my end goal right now. So let's stop. Let's stop right there, because that's interesting. You say that. So I'm gonna ask you: have you ever been married before?
No.
Now, why do you say that you will never get married? How did you come to that conclusion?
because I think.
Is it because of your past?
No, that has nothing to do with my past. It just has to do with. I don't think marriage is the end game for me. That's not my end game. Marriage is a goal or an accomplishment that's set by, you know, your social surroundings. Like, so if you're dealing with the marriage, so to me, a marriage is two people not signing a piece of paper, but you being independent, your partner being independent, and then y'all coming together and being interdependent. That means y'all complement each other in certain ways. So that is a marriage of your relationship and your emotions and your consciousness together.
Culmination.
Not so far that it has to be on physical paper in front of a church, in front of a preach, in front of all these guests, and then you got to go on. To me, that is not really the definition of a marriage of the minds, of the marriage of two souls. You know what I mean?
Okay. And so are you saying that, does this mean that when you say that you would never get married, does that mean because you want to keep the door open to dating multiple women at one time?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with I feel like it's right for me. And I feel like unless I found that person that was right for me in all aspects and checked all the boxes, and which I know is going to be impossible for someone to check all boxes. Mm-hmm. I mean, because you give a lot of yourself up to someone else in order to make a situation work, and I don't want to give up who I am in order to make the situation work.
That's the thing that most people get misconstrued, because you never have to give yourself up to anything.
Oh yeah, you do.
There's a thing called compromise.
No,
you can compromise without changing who you are or what your beliefs are.
I was just on social media the other day, and I saw a post where a guy he met a female, and it was strictly platonic. They were just friends. I don't know if they was having business directions, but his wife was uncomfortable with it. And for his wife to say, hey, since I'm uncomfortable with your being friends with someone, I want you to did it. There's nobody in this world, on this earth, that's going to tell me to did anything that I believe in. I don't care who it is.
And see,
I'm my own person. I came here by myself. I'm going to leave here by myself. And anything I do in between is on me. So I'm not going to let another human being outside of who I am dictate me to what I can and what I cannot do, or what relationships that I can or cannot have.
And see, that's why you need to know what you're going into before you get into it. You need to have those types of conversations prior to getting into something solid.
But who has that? Who has those conversations?
You should.
Trey, with your wife, or with your wife, have you had a conversation? Say, hey, look, if I have a female friend, are you going to be okay with it? Did you ever discuss that before you get married?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be so for me. All right, so I'm gonna go from a standpoint. I'm gonna take it from the standpoint of being married, and I'm gonna say that before I got married, everybody was telling me, you know, oh wow, like. Basically, like the end of my life. That's what a lot of guys were saying before I got married. Oh no, that's it. No, nobody had nothing positive to say about marriage when I got married. And so once I got married, Danya, you made a comment about like not being able to be yourself. If you marry a person, or if you with a person that you can't totally be yourself, you with the wrong person.
Yeah,
So that's the first thing. I don't feel like I give up myself with my wife. I'm totally, now of course, I mean, I'm not gonna run the street. I'm gonna be respectful. So I know what you mean in terms of like, yeah, there is a certain freedom with being single. I'm not gonna say it's not. There is, you know what I mean? And there's less responsibility because you don't feel responsible, or you know, like for a person, to a person. But if you marry the right person, that means that's why they speak of stuff saying equally yoked. If you meet the right person, your religion is going to 9 times out of 10 be the same, or you're not even going to get but so far. You're going to have similar likes and similar interests and similar beliefs.
Yeah.
That make you all be able to be that way. Now, in terms of being married, that's, you know, to each its own. Everybody's different and feels different. But I'm just speaking to the point of when you do find the right person, it does mesh and you not giving yourself up.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you're able to be yourself. Now, I had one of my friends got married when he was like 25. And he had a thing where he wasn't sharing. They were younger, so he had a thing where he wasn't sharing everything with his wife, his whole personality. And then as he started getting older in the marriage, he was ready to be who he really is in terms of like, just know it could be something smoking, just something basic. And she like, what? Who is this? You acting different. And that was one of his regrets was that I'm young. You know, sometimes with young as guys, you try to impress the woman. Yeah. If you know that she don't smoke and you do, she asks you be like, nah, I don't smoke. But really, you do. But the older you get, the less you care about shit like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
No, I would do the same thing. Because dating. No, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm smoking, drinking heavy. But now I'm like, I'm smoking, I'm drinking.
Exactly. And as you get older,
conversations you should have like the first couple times
you should. But I'm just saying that when you a younger guy and you just want the woman, you're gonna probably 9 times out of 10 you're gonna cater to what she likes. So
what you think she likes?
What you think she likes? Now she seemed like a good girl who don't do the shit that you do. When you're younger, you're gonna be like, I don't do that shit. But for real, you do. But when you get older, or everybody gets older, you have less patience. You keep it a little more real. As of now, and our age bracket, no, we probably not gonna have no cut calls about nothing because we live life. But when you're younger, it's not always like that. So that was just about the the marriage part.
So quick question with Mr. Danye, on the marriage. So do you feel like it's any, just like Donnie was talking about the compromise word? If you meet the female and you like her, right? Is there anything that you would feel like you would feel comfortable with, kind of not suppressing, but okay, cool, I'll lay off on that for her just to see how that goes? Nothing. God damn. Go ahead. What's the next question?
I'm not laying off for nothing.
What's the next question?
Hey, Donnie,
I got some more for him.
We saying this, and guess what? We gonna mark this date, and about next year or in a few years, we gonna come back when Donnie said that he got on that one knee and proposed.
Yeah, and they gonna have his wife saying,
I'm 49.
Okay,
I got 3 daughters, 28, 26, and 18. They have no kids, and I explained to them, look, don't fuck your life off. Go out here and be in relationships and have kids, and you can't do what you're supposed to do. So my kids feel like this.
That's good advice.
Daddy, I don't want to have no kids right now because I want to go out and I want to enjoy and live my life. Something that I didn't get a chance to do because at a young age, I was already a father, right? Because I thought this is what I wanted. I wanted to see a part of me that was different from who I was growing up and wanted to give them a different situation. But then I had my homeboys, let's go to Daytona. Now I can't go. I got a wham baby in the house. You know what I'm saying? I got to buy a diaper. I can't go. So those are experiences that I missed out at a young age that I made sure that my daughters or my seeds don't miss out on those experiences. Like my oldest daughter, she just came back from Iceland.
That's dope.
At my age, I wasn't thinking about going to Iceland.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't my mentality. Because I was in a relationship that I thought I needed to be in. I had a kid, and I had to become a father at a young age.
Right.
So I don't want them to experience that. I want them to go out and live their life and have all the experiences that they can before they even think about getting it.
So you stay in that particular relationship just because you had the kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Trey, I don't want to cut you off. You had
No, you good. No. I love the advice, especially for young women. I have one daughter, but I definitely listen. Don't even think about marriage until you're in your 30s, because you have to go out. And I have 2 boys and one young lady. Excuse me, all of them, because those 20s, those you're still having your formative years. Career, you still don't know really what you want to do career wise, right? I want them to travel. I want them to have passports. I want them to have their own little businesses. I want them to make their own money. And then once they get through that transition, I got married when I was 32. I was much more secure. If I would have got married in my 20s and had kids in my 20s, that wouldn't have been good for like society. You see what I'm saying?
So can I ask you a question? Just say hypothetically, what if your child wants something different than what it is that you want? Because you say you don't want them to be able to have children at a certain age. Right. What if one of your children comes to you and like they ready to start a family early? What advice or what is it that you would tell them in regards to that?
Depending on, of course, me trusting how I raised them, I'm going to support them. As long as it is not you just went totally off the reservation. You doing wild ass shit.
Like Russell Simmons' daughter?
You doing shit that we never talked about.
Like Russell Simmons'
and then
daughter?
you come back and expect me to support you. That's when you're gonna see the other version of like E say, different human. You're gonna see a different human with your father, because I love you, but I'm not gonna support anything. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. But it's a huge possibility that might happen. That's life, right? Yeah. But as long as I like as men trying to tell their children, like, look, this is out of me loving you and wanting you to have a much better situation. I'm gonna have to deal with that, but hopefully it's not too out of the box, out of the blue.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. This is a good question. What would you all say? Like, what's the biggest challenge in let's say everybody has been in a relationship, I guess, here at least over 3 years at least. Yeah. And what do y'all feel are the biggest challenges that you face in a relationship? And I'm a answer first.
I'm gonna get you out the way real quick.
So I think a big challenge to me is the same sex friends. I think that's a challenge, right? So I'm gonna do it like this, right? Let's say, you're less likely. So when you're younger, I feel like you're less likely. Well, you can still have guy friends, but I think that if you meet a woman, let's just say at 30 and up, the likelihood of her having male friends is really high.
Hell yeah.
Because she's lived, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she might have male friends. I think that's a big challenge, male friends and female friends. Now, with that being said, do you all mind if your wife or girl is still in touch with a person that she slept with before?
Hell yeah!
Can I
Go ahead, Daniel.
So, to be honestly speaking, I don't give a fuck because he ain't me. So if you go out and decide to do something with him and he ain't me, and whatever consequences comes from that, that's on you. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with that because I'm not gonna tell you. I don't feel comfortable telling another grown human being who you can or who you can't relate to. That's me controlling you, and I don't want to be controlling in any aspect. If you want to go out with your homegirls, go out. I don't care. Because if I want to go out with my guys, I'm gonna go out. But if you want to go out, with your high school companion from 10 years ago, y'all have a connection that I can't put a damper on that. Like I can't constrict you to that. I will. I can't. Because you know what? Because if you decide to do something, that means you did something that you wanted to do, and you're not in tune with me. So that's on you. It has nothing to do with me.
I mean,
so I'm not gonna restrict you. I'm gonna give you every inch and every opportunity to go out. And if you're gonna make a mistake, then you're gonna make a mistake. That's on you. So that's on your conscience.
Is true, but at the same time, like it doesn't seem feasible to have a relationship or can keep the same relationship with somebody you had sexual relations with while you're in a relationship.
So I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I was dating a chick, and she wanted me to end the relationship, a friendship that I had with somebody over the past 35 years since I was 14. When I was 14, this was my high school sweetheart. So we always kept in contact with each other. We're from the same neighborhood. We're from the same town. We always kept in contact. She called me about her building and plumbing issues. I called her about, like, we just kept in contact and just talked about general things. This one chick, she felt uncomfortable about it, and she told me, "Oh, you gotta dead that." I've known her for 35 years, and you want me to just dead it right now? Like, I can't do that. Like, because it's nothing nefarious. First of all, it's nothing nefarious that's going on. Like, we just have a friendship. We dated. We found out that us dating didn't work in that aspect, so we moved on to mutual friends. And she's always gonna be my friend. Like when I died at my funeral, she's gonna be there. She's probably gonna come. So don't feel bad because this is my friend. I've known her since childhood. Like this is my friend. Like
I feel like if it's something recent, in the sense where say like I was with this guy and I had sex with him, but now I'm in a relationship, but he still want to be friends with me. I think that would be totally disrespectful to my new partner.
I don't care. Like that shit don't bother me.
I just feel like no, because y'all connecting on that type of level.
But it's on you. If you gonna go have a late night and kiss and have sex with him, then that's on you. That's your decision. I trust you as my woman.
I'm saying it from my point of view that I would not put my dude in that type of position because in some cases y'all can sit there, men can sit there and say I don't care, but in the back of your mind you're gonna care, especially if you know that another man is gonna view your woman the same way that you view.
Every man
there's gonna be a little insecurity there.
When I'm walking downtown to the monuments and I see niggas looking at my woman ass or niggas looking at my woman and we walking by, every man is gonna look at your woman in that aspect. It's up to your woman if she's going to indulge in that aspect with that other person. So it's up to you.
That's
not up to
true.
me, and not up to him. It's up to you.
That's true.
You want to say, hey,
but you don't feel that it's disrespectful for your lady. You wouldn't feel that it's disrespectful for your lady to be still friends with somebody she blinked.
I can't block everybody.
Somebody she was snobbing and knob and spitting burping and slurping.
Oh.
You everybody feel comfortable.
2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months ago. You feel comfortable with your bird.
But that's like in the industry, you get an ASAP Rocky, they get a Rihanna, they get a Chris Brown. Like everybody pass the same.
That's real.
Situation around.
That's real. But my so Trey, how you feel about it?
Man, fuck that.
What do you mean?
You. I got a super. So basically, so the question?
So I'm asking this, right? So this is what I'm saying. Let's say you can look at it as when you had a girlfriend, or you can look at it as being married, whichever one you want to look at it. But your person, significant other, she's still in touch. They might have a friendship where they're hanging out or hooking up or nothing. But every now and then he calls her to check on her.
No,
is that okay?
No, it's
and they slept together.
Fucking before. Not okay, because his mindset is. He still can get that.
How you know this is a mindset?
Because I'm a man. Because I'm a man. That's how I know. Because if I'm calling you, I ain't even tripping off. I ain't even tripping off your. I ain't tripping off your motherfucker.
You still get that?
Yeah. What's up? We did it. What? Are you kidding me?
Well, no. It's
you
like
call her my girl.
You
call her my girl because he knows that she's in a relationship.
Well, listen. Well, what if he was? Well, what if he was with?
Go ahead.
Okay. So what if he's in a relationship and he just strictly saying he just like, hey, just checking how everything been. This may be like once a year, twice a year, or
once
text
a year,
message. Is it okay?
Once a year.
I think that's different.
Once a year, that's okay with me.
So I'm gonna tell you about me.
It always set it up.
So look, so this takes a lot of maturity, man. You know what I mean?
It does.
And what women will say is that if some women will feel like they love, to me, women, y'all love the word insecure. And you guys and y'all love to use the word insecure when a man says something that's contrary to what you believe in reference to another guy. Stop being insecure, and all that shit, right? To me, that's a tactic.
It's a super tactic.
Cool, we gonna keep it moving. In terms of me, if my wife or girlfriend is in touch with another, and another thing sometimes women do is they'll make it seem like the relationship they were in previous to you was so fucking bad. But why do you still keep in touch with the dude? I don't get that. Don't tell me about a bad relationship you was in, but y'all cool, but y'all still keep in touch. Something in there is bullshit. So
who do y'all be dealing with?
Shit, a lot of females do that.
No, a lot of females they divulge too much of their
own. Yeah, that's it's like unbelievable.
Right? Oh yeah, so and so called me.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me. You said he didn't call you bitches and this and that and done all this, but you still cool. So anyway,
somebody called me a bitch. We fighting.
And then in terms of me, actually feeling a way about. I say this, man. I'd rather not. I'd rather if you're not with that person, I don't really see, and we're in a relationship, I don't see the reason of you keeping in contact. I'm not comfortable with my person keeping in contact with a person that she slept with before. And I don't care if he has a motive or he doesn't have a motive. Just me having the thought to know that my wife is or girlfriend is talking to somebody who is still cool with somebody she slept with. Meaning, and me, I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about all that shit. So in my mind, I'm gonna imagine you giving them head. I'm gonna imagine. I'm gonna imagine that shit because
so E.
Is she doing it like she?
And she's doing it.
Is she doing it like she should be? Like that?
No. So let me put it in perspective like this.
No,
so if it was a female that you came up in the sandbox with, since the age of, let's say, 8 to 11.
Yes.
And let's say at 14, 15, y'all try to date, y'all have a little relationship.
Yeah.
And then y'all grow older, but y'all, knew it wasn't for y'all remain cool. And then let's say 10 years later you married, and then your wife say, I don't want you talking to her anymore. Would you cut off all contacts with her?
Probably not.
I don't think that's fair.
See, that's the same situation.
When men do it.
No.
No,
I don't think that. I mean, as a female, I don't think that that's fair for another female. I mean, for your significant other to tell you to end something that you had.
They do all the time, every day.
How would you handle it then?
How would I handle it? You have your friends, and I have mine.
Oh, but your friends may be somebody that you slept with. I mean,
my friends aren't some people that I slept with.
No, but what if it was?
Not you particular, but what about some females who might not still be out there like that, but still, like, you got one or two guys that's in your phone that, you know what I'm saying?
My phone don't even ring now, y'all.
Hypothetical.
Because I can't come from a hypothetical place.
You can.
You in love with one guy, but you still got, you ain't deleted them. You haven't deleted them out of your phone. That's a whole other situation.
So what are you asking me?
I can't be real.
What are you asking me?
What I'm asking you is it okay for the female to still have the guys contact them that they had previously slept with before, and you're in a relationship with a guy that you love? Should they tell them, hey, stop contacting me? Or
They
whatever,
should.
right?
They should.
Are you going to tell them?
They should.
Hey, Trey.
Are you going to tell them?
I have.
Trey.
I have. Like, I cut off my male friends when I got into a relationship to make sure that my significant other felt secure.
See, you know, that goes back to giving up yourself for someone else.
No, that wasn't a giving up myself. That was a I want to do it type thing.
I'm a master plumber gas fitter, right? So I got a lot of females that don't want to get duped by other contractors, so they call. They call me and they ask me, "Hey, Diane, what do you think?"
It's business.
I was dating a female, said I feel uncomfortable with them calling you. Why can't they call the plumber?
That might not work.
The best plumber
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck you think they
if they truly your friends and they really have your best interests at heart, they want to respect your relationship and they gonna shy off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but to be with someone that's insecure about themselves to the point where they feel like I had another chick I was dating. Now I live in Baltimore. Everybody in Baltimore call people hun. Hey hun, how you doing, hun? I had a customer call me and said, "Hey love, hun." This she flipped out and had a fit. She said, "Yo, why is she calling you hun?" Looking like, yo, that's just how they talk, yo. Like, oh, you must be banging that 60-year-old. Yo, she's 60 years old. No, it's not.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, but 60-year-old nigga call my girl, my wife.
So that's a part of a relationship. Like, I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want to deal with that.
I got you.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Diane. I don't know what you over there dealing with, but that is true insecurity.
No, I'm not dealing with it because they're no longer in my life. So those are things I have, and that's how a lot of females are.
That had to been like really, really testing for you because, I mean, I've kind of dealt with something like that previously where I could look in the direction of another man and, you know, the person was like, you looking at another dude, like, you gonna disrespect me like that? I'm like, what are you talking about?
But it's the truth, because I was dating females. She was like, yeah, we go to a restaurant, we go to a bar, we sit down and eat. You looking at every female in here? No, I'm looking at the exit. I'm looking at the nigga that's got the gray hoodie on.
You gotta make sure.
That's me all
because I want to know my surroundings and what I gotta deal with. Yeah. You think I'm looking at females, but I'm looking at everybody in here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Including the female with the big titties.
One of my guys, he had situations where the person that he's seeing, he's okay with her looking at other men, right? Like he's attractive, like staring. You feel what I'm saying? Like they could still coexist. Me, I would have a major problem. With that.
I think it's just certain boundaries you should have. Like, it's disrespectful.
It's all about the respect level. Everybody knows, no matter you're married or single, there's millions of attractive people. So attractive people don't stop being attractive when you get in a relationship.
Right.
People don't stop being attractive when you get married.
They've been attractive.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just
self-control.
It's self-control, but it's just a respect thing. I know that my person going to see other guys that look good to her, but I ain't got to know about the shit.
I don't want to know about it.
Or if you're going to look at them, don't do it with me. So it's more of a respect thing. But I got another question for y'all.
Go ahead. Do you think?
Does religious beliefs or religious practices matter to you all in a relationship? Like, okay, let's say this. Danye, if a person is just your girlfriend and you're not planning on getting married to her or anything like that, does it matter what religion she is or what faith she is?
So for me, and as honest as I can be, is it doesn't make a difference to me because I'm gonna believe what I believe, and there's nothing that you're gonna do that's gonna change my beliefs. So if I'm an atheist and you're a Protestant or a Catholic or something like that, that's what you believe. That's on you. I'm gonna be what I believe. So if you want to enter in this situation, you already know how I stand, and you already know what I believe. Mm-hmm. So if I believe that, Adam and Eve bore Cain and Abel, they had 2 sons, and if I believe all that, then that's on me. If I don't believe all that, then you have the ability to stay or you have the ability to go. So to me, religious really doesn't make a difference, but it may be a conflict somewhere down the line.
Okay, I got you. What you say, Danya?
I say, I would say yes and no. And the reason why I would say that, because it's more or less like me, I don't have a religion. I would consider myself more spiritual than religious. So, but the common denominator in all of it is God. So I could absolutely deal with someone. I can't deal with the atheist, I'm sorry, because my belief system, like, I need my man, especially during times we having our most difficult times.
You want them to be spiritually grounded.
He gonna have to grab me up, yes, and be spiritually grounded enough to say, okay, yeah, we look, let's bring God into this situation. I need that man to pull me and pray. You know what I'm saying? Take control, take leadership in that situation. So for me, yes and no. We just have to have similar, because everybody ain't gonna understand my spirituality or what it is that I do, how it is I practice. That's where 2 people will conflict, because I'm not gonna pull God into my relationship. I'm not gonna pull him. I'm not gonna pull a. He should be the center.
I'm not gonna pull a superficial being into a human relationship that I have with another person that's right here with me.
He is omnipresent.
No. Because
that's a difference.
It is because perfect example. I have a homie. He's Muslim and his girl's not Muslim, and they clash all the time. Because of his spiritual beliefs, and she's Christian, her spiritual beliefs, but they believe in the same God, but on 2 different planes and levels. So it really don't work like that. So because you're spiritual and I'm spiritual, don't mean that us pulling God into our situation is always going to be the deciding factor.
That's why you find someone who has similar.
But love doesn't work that way.
All right, so let me give an example. So at first, religion, I never really zoned out to it, and it didn't really matter to me until I actually dated someone who was a different religion, and it was like a teachable relationship, because the person was Muslim, and not just Muslim, but she was from Egypt. So this is just like a person that speak Arabic and from a whole different country, and she didn't. It was against her religion for us to even be talking. And I was so pressed, back then I wasn't really zoned out to it. So she would do the pray. She wore the hijab, and she would pray 5 times a day. When she come to my house, she'd bring her blanket and she'd be like, excuse me, this my prayer time. Yeah. She go do her prayer time. She come back out, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I learned that, we really not that different. She believe really the same stuff, but it's maybe worded different. But overall, we both kind of, we not the same, religion, but we believe in the same thing.
Yeah.
But even with that, now that I look back, I start thinking about, if we had kids, I would have wanted my kids to grow up Muslim. Christian. She would have wanted to grow up Muslim, and that just would have been a little too much. And it would have caused more issues then. But I was younger then. Hindsight, I'm like, damn, that shit wouldn't have really worked anyway. So I think it does make a difference in the long run. Now, if you just sleeping with somebody, nah, it probably won't. If that person's just your friend or something like that with benefits and y'all just cool, nah, it probably won't. But if you get married to the person and y'all living in one household and everything like that, I think that's where it will come into play opposed to that. Now, Trey, you never answered. Does that make a difference?
I think that if as long as they're not into like no deep rooted like negative devil worshiping type of shit, like if like whoever, if they are Muslim, Christian, whatever their choice is, as long as that's making them a better person and helping them develop into the best version of themselves, and they can and that will display in our marriage, and it'll display and our children as well. I'm okay, you know, with.
I think religion and politics is always hard in a relationship. I mean, that can
sway anything.
No, that's not anything. I mean, because like you can be my man, E, and you can be a Democrat, and I could be a Republican, but that won't make me, you know, not associate with you. But
that's not going to sway my relationship.
But if I'm sleeping with you, and I'm a man, and I got all daughters, and you want to go and vote for Trump, and I feel like he's the most misogynist motherfucker on this planet, and that's how you feel. Like, to me, that in a relationship,
that's a good analogy.
A friendship relationship is cool, but in a personal relationship, I mean, that's going to be detrimental.
Yeah, I feel you. Now, this is a good one I never thought about until I read it. All right, this was about just being in a relationship, not married, or you could be married, whatever. Well, what do y'all feel about if you ever been in a relationship and it's like, you know, we're gonna take a break. You know, what do y'all feel? Do you feel like when you take a break, is that a hall pass? Like, if you in a relationship and you take a break,
you taking breaks, I'm taking a break.
Okay, so I'll say, Trey, you in a relationship and you take a break. Y'all like, man, we love each other and all that, but we need a break. Is it okay if she sleep with somebody in that break because y'all on break time?
Is it okay if you sleep with anybody?
No.
Trey, let's be real.
No. Honestly, no. Like, first of all, that's all in the verbiage. It's okay. Let's take a break. Okay. Are we taking a break? Okay, we taking. So we're not together, or
yeah. I mean, y'all spend all the time with each other. Y'all may not live together, but she might be over your house a lot. You over her house a lot. Y'all not agreeing. Y'all not just saying "f you, fuck you." Y'all just saying, you know, we need a fucking break.
So what if y'all live together and y'all decide to stop living together and go live in certain different places and take a break?
That means you've been talking to them the whole time.
So when you take a break, you're deciding if. The person I'm taking a break from,
and then when you come back together, y'all talk about y'all break.
What if we don't come back together?
And she said that she was dealing with Shorty on the side.
What if we don't come back?
The whole time?
Not on the side. I'm sorry.
Trey, I didn't mean to go there.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about.
I got PTSD.
So what I'm talking about is a genuine break. You take a break. Let's just say it's a couple months. She meets somebody, and next thing you know, one thing led to another, as people say. And then they sleep together, but y'all on a break. Mm-hmm. Now when she come back and y'all back, and y'all having a conversation, and then y'all like, you know what? Let's be together. Let's really do this. And then you say, okay, well, when you took a break, I know we weren't really seeing each other. Did you deal with anybody? And she said it wasn't nothing serious, but I ain't gonna lie, it was a guy that I did sleep with him. Can you take her back?
No.
Even if it's a female that you had something with.
What
if you did something on your break? Let's be real.
You
did something on your break. You did something on your break. But you find out, are you the type of guy that she does something on her break, and it's so? I mean, you beefing, but when you do something on your break, it's cool because you a man. Tell me that.
I can't take that. I couldn't take the fact. You better fucking lie. You better lie like a motherfucker.
You better lie.
Don't ever let me find. I'm telling you.
What you gonna do, Trey?
What the fuck is it? You telling me? What the fuck? You know what I mean?
So dog,
you telling me that mean you nah.
What do you believe about breaks?
I'm fractured.
I feel
I'm fractured.
You know what, Trey?
I'm fractured.
Anyway, you need to go to counseling.
I do.
What you feel about it?
What if we sitting there, if we kind of like have the conversation that we're just taking a break, just to kind of like get a breather, then maybe it'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with nobody else.
Hold on, I'm taking a break so we can date other people, and you should date other people too.
So say that.
So if you say that, then that gives me the go ahead to say, I can go out and do what I want to do.
So during the course of a break, I dated about 3 or 4 girls, and I just wasn't feeling like I feel you, and I decided I want to be with you for the
but like I said, that depends on what type of break we talking about. So I feel like if you taking a break, maybe you just need a reset. Maybe you just are spending too much time together, and maybe I just want to find out that you're the one for me. That's supposed to be the time you're supposed to be finding yourself.
Maybe if I just want to find out if you are the one for me.
Find out whether or not
because regardless of the point, I'm gonna spend the rest of the 50, 60 years of my life with you. So I want to make sure that you're the one I want to spend this 50, 60 years with.
Just because you want it don't mean it's supposed to go that way though.
That's true. So that's what breaks it for.
You know what I'm saying?
Because this chick may want it, and you don't want it, and she may want it. She may do the things for me that I need that you don't.
So you want to break and you still think about the person 24/7.
Okay, hold on, let's go back.
No, it's like job.
Right?
You said
you might as well be with me.
He knows
it's like a job.
He said, I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. You said she was doing something that you wasn't doing, but you tell her, I want you. I realize that I want you. But this one over here was doing something that she wasn't doing. Is that what you just said?
That's not what I said. What I said was, if I'm dating you and we take a break and I'm dating someone else and she's giving me things that she wasn't giving me, so now this is experiences that I'm having. So now I'm having to make a decision between her and you. Mm-hmm. Because I asked you to do something and this is not what you do. I asked her to do something and this is what she do and this is what I need. So now I'm in a situation where I'm having a relationship where someone is giving me a different experience than what you're giving me. So are you the right one for me?
Go be with the one that's giving you the experience that you want.
Hold on.
But he's in love with the one.
No. So now she put her feelings in it. So go ahead, do what you want to do. But that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I've been asking you to cook me eggs at 7:00. You don't want to cook eggs at 7:00. She cooks me eggs at 7:00. She has no problem with that.
6:58.
No,
she has no problem with that. But if you can adapt to the situation and do it as a man, because I'm the head of my household, I'm the head of everything. If you can't do what I do, then we're not gonna be compatible. Then I'm gonna move on and find someone else.
Being the head of the household is a whole nother conversation.
All right, well, how about this? This is a question that I got for the fellas.
Damn.
All right, when you're dating, does it matter? Do you look at a female different if you sleep with her within the first week of you dating her?
I do not. You know why? Because look,
that's real fast. I do not.
This is my philosophy. This is my philosophy. All right. If you give it to me right now and it's great, I'm probably gonna be with you for the long term. If you make me wait, hold on. If you make me wait
right now,
30 days, 60 days, and that shit is trash, and I don't like it. You made me waste a whole bunch of time for nothing.
So you don't. Okay,
let's get it over with.
Mike City is a movie.
I've had a lot of relationships that I've had that the intimacy happened early on, and the relationship lasted longer than as opposed to the intimacy being later, and then the relationship just never worked because
men are very physical.
Yeah.
So Trey, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like does it matter? Are you like when if you're able to sleep with the woman within, let's just say, the first week? How do you feel about that? Is that too soon for a woman that you like, or what?
Yeah. Okay. It's too soon because I'm still trying to figure out if she goes that fast. Fast to me is not good. Right? Mm-hmm. Slower, getting to know the person.
I know a lot of slow hoes.
The person. Hey. See, first of all, that was fucking hilarious, but I'm trying to be serious, so you gotta.
It don't matter.
It don't make a difference.
Can I finish? Can I have my time with America? It's my first of all, you asked me the question. Slow hoes, fucking hilarious. So. I'm trying to see if she's a slow hoe or if it's gonna be a slow great relationship. I don't want it to be a slow hoe, but shit, he making me think now. But no. Given it time and you seeing, you getting past the representative stage, seeing what the woman's goals are, but you only gonna see what you're gonna see your reflection, right? Okay, cool. If she's goal oriented, if she's doing anything like, damn, I like that. Like, yeah, that's what I want. But if it's just sex quick and then you build off of sex, some people have sex the first date and get married. Yes. So it really is. It's extremely situational. But me personally, I always talk about it on the pod. Like, listen, if you really feeling the person, man, y'all got to give each other time to grow and to learn, and then later on. Yeah, sex gonna come, but it's still gonna be a byproduct of the relationship with the person.
No,
I do.
That's me personally.
So I do cat. So for me, it's like categories. So when I first meet you, if you don't, sometimes it takes longer to see. But if I meet you and you seem like you have the potential as someone for me to like,
yes,
then I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather take my time because, and the reason I say that because I know me. If we sleep together the first week, my first thought is gonna be like, well, I ain't that special. I'm alright.
Who else?
Somebody. That's maybe how you go, and I know that can make me lose interest faster because I already got it. You know what I'm saying?
You already got it.
Now, if it's just a female that and I'm that I know I'm not interested in, or it doesn't feel like at the beginning I would be interested in anything long term, I don't care. I would like for it to be. It can be quick, or quicker. You know what I mean? But
so let me say this. Yeah, you already got it, but once you got it and you get it, I don't really want it. So now you really lose interest. So and especially if she make you wait and then you get it like, yo, I waited. I was like, this is trash. But if you got it in the beginning and it's good, and then y'all building on
but if she
what's good,
you wait, you might do got that fire.
If you're just dating, she could make you wait, but Jody can be banging.
You right like shit,
and you don't know.
You're right. That's very true.
But if y'all are in tune and y'all do it, and then y'all build on that, then it's only going to build and blossom into something that I feel like is better because now y'all are learning each other at the early stage.
It could work either way.
It can.
It can work either way.
It's just a way.
But if you make me wait for it and it's trash, I'm out.
But see, that's the thing. That's why females need to fucking wait because they give it too fast to somebody who they're literally. I'm not saying that she's a whole whatever. She's literally thinking that you have some type of connection when the male might be thinking like, damn, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
So
say what I gotta say. That's 100. And then once that's done, her whole mind, she could have been a good female.
Yeah.
But her mindset is getting fucked up because she's a lot of this is gonna sound crazy. A lot of shit that be fucked up is that these women, they be so goddamn attractive, but they be good people. But people just see their outer first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they have to constantly, in their mind, they don't really know if you just with me for this or for
Absolutely.
that. That's why I'm just saying it depends on what Eve's coming and looking for.
And that's why and my advice to females that I give, I'm gonna be real. I got a female like a close female friend. And advice I give the women, if you like the guy or he has potential, if I were you, I wouldn't sleep with him off the break.
No, that's the worst thing to do.
So let me ask you this, Trey. So Trey,
go ahead.
So if you were single and you went out on a date with a female and the date was going well, and y'all got back and you was in the car, you dropping off, and the conversation got a little hot and heated in the car, and y'all start kissing and we're doing whatever in the car,
and I'm off the honey pack.
And she grabs you by your hand and she said, come inside. Are you gonna say okay or are you gonna say no?
I'ma go.
Okay, so what's the
I'm gonna go, but that don't mean we gonna do nothing crazy. I'm
okay,
go there.
So you're gonna go
chill. Bruh, you know I'm
sound like a quick hold to me.
So you're gonna go inside and it's gonna get even more heated and more intense and more passionate.
Yeah.
And you're feeling this level of passion that's exuberating between two individuals. Are you gonna deny it or are you gonna indulge in it?
I mean, I'm indulging in it, but just because I'm indulging in real time,
so
it doesn't make it better for me long term.
But it doesn't make it. No, we talking about right or wrong.
Make it better for me like long term.
We talking about right or wrong, not long term. We talking about is that experience?
We've been talking and they build up.
So what if that happens? Y'all sleep together that night and then y'all married for the next 60 years.
That happens.
Okay, so
that happens. It does happen.
I didn't get to ask you. What do you feel about sleeping with a person on the first week when talking to a person? Is that cool sometime, or what do you feel about that?
For me, no, absolutely not.
Why not?
Because why?
Because like you stated, a lot of the times I get approached because of my physical.
True.
Okay.
And a lot of people are very forward in saying, "Oh yeah, you're beautiful," and then the next minute, they're like physically touching me, and it makes me uncomfortable. Or the conversation is putting me in a position where it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about sex. If you could, I love non-sexual intimacy. If you could show me that,
it's a mental
and
first,
you
Diane.
get here.
It's
you
not
got
about
a better chance of getting the draws freely.
But
you know what I'm saying?
The draws is whack. Then what the fuck?
I can't speak for anybody with whack.
I'm just saying.
I can just speak for myself.
Your definition of whack may not be everybody's definition of whack. You know what I'm saying?
Look, like I said, ain't nothing like over here. But
hello, that part.
Like I said,
that's the name of the pod. That part.
Like I said, because I know what I got to give and I know what it is. You feel me? So yes, you gotta wait for this one.
I'm
you gotta wait.
I'm making you wait.
So let me say this. So everybody has different definition of weight. Weight could be a month to one person. Weight could be 6 months to a person. What is weight to you?
It all depends on
90 minutes.
How it all depends on how our connection is.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because like I said, you have to hit me here.
Right.
You have to mentally stimulate me.
So can somebody mentally stimulate you in 2 weeks and you like, God damn.
No, but you got a 2 week rule though. That's a good.
I have the 2 week rule. The 2 week rule is I talk to somebody for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm already gonna know.
Where we going?
You're gonna know if you feeling them enough for it to go.
So why drag it out to 2 weeks?
No, I don't drag it out to 2 weeks.
So you do it 48 hours.
I said I have a 2 week rule.
So you do it 48 hours.
If you have not gotten my interest or you can't keep my interest for the first 2 weeks, then we have no more communication.
Luther
we don't got nothing else to do with each other.
First of all, I could tell you don't listen to Luther. First of all, Luther said you gotta wait for love that you've been missing. Sometimes love takes a long time.
Yeah, you gotta wait for love.
And Luther was waiting on love.
Hey, bro. Hey, we gonna end that, bro. We gonna end that whole.
That's not the love I've been waiting for. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, dog.
I feel like this. I know what type of caliber woman I am. So I feel like a man, he respects not just himself. He respects not just himself, but me as well. I don't want no dude that want to give it to me right away. Because y'all looking at it from a girl giving it to y'all right away. I don't want a dude giving it to me right away. Because the first thing I'm going to ask you is, when the last time you get tested and can we get tested together? Look, people always say they got that shit on their phone. They always say they got that shit on their phone. But at the end of the day, nah.
I knew this show was going to be getting
I'm going to die frequently.
Yeah.
I want to see in my blood.
No, because you can acquire something within that month and that time.
Within that 90 minutes.
That you had, yes, within that first 90 days, that first 60 days.
So the reason why you being a great father and telling your daughters about the not
because
having
you know how men are,
right? Is exactly what we're talking about, because you know from your experience the downsides of it. You want them to experience more life before they make those long-term decisions.
So I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Go ahead.
I went out. I'm not gonna say which daughter. I went out with one of my daughters, and she was upset because she was dating a boy.
Okay.
And she found that the boy was dating somebody else.
Okay.
And she was really upset about it. So,
okay.
So my thing was, baby, that nigga ain't shit. She said, Daddy, how you know? I said, 'cause I ain't shit.
Okay, see,
you know what I'm saying?
That's your lens.
You know you ain't shit.
Right, but that's your lens,
because I know. So I know guys are gonna be who they are. I know women are gonna be who they are. I know a lot of women that ain't shit either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a guy across the board. It's just me confirming to you that, hey, don't get caught up and hung up over him because he ain't shit. And there's a lot of people out here that you're gonna meet in your lifetime.
Don't let that be your long-term view just because you have one person.
Yeah, so that's why it's not important to give it up so fast as well.
Well, I'm gonna say this: we gonna end up having to do a part 2.
It's
I have one more question before we get into the end and everything.
True.
This was an interesting question to me, and my question is whether relationship or wife, would you cry in front of your partner?
Can I answer this? Can I answer this? And I got receipts for this. So, me, my youngest daughter, and
Proud of Beauty and the Beast.
So, it's only. I didn't cry at my mother's funeral. I didn't cry at my brother's funeral. I'm just not a crier. But I can guarantee you, if you put on Antoine Fisher and we watch Antoine Fisher right now, and it gets to a certain part, I will fucking bawl tears. So I bawled tears in front of my youngest daughter's mother. She's like, "What the fuck is you crying for?" I'm like, "Yo, because this shit was touching to me." Like Antoine Fisher, like, Like I watch Antoine Fisher. And I just cry. Like I'm the most manliest man I know.
And so for you,
it's okay to cry.
It's a yes for you.
Yes.
All right, Trey.
I don't mind crying though. Like if something could touch you in a emotional way, and you'll. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can see shit on YouTube that'll tear me up.
It's not about
inspire you.
But would you cry in front of your partner?
I mean,
we all got emotions. I'm talking about front of your partner.
I mean, I don't cry.
Okay, so Danya, well, you're a female, so
I'm a female, so I cry a lot.
So I'm gonna answer it for me.
When I'm in a relationship.
So look, all right. So look, this is the thing, right? To me, in my opinion, it takes a real person to be able to show emotion in front of people, right?
Yeah.
Now, would I choose to cry in front of my person? No, I wouldn't choose that. I would like to go away, but have I cried in front of my wife? Yes, I have.
It happens.
And
that's human.
And it was related. Crying, it is human, but we're not talking about crying. We're talking about crying in front of a female.
Yes. Most females find it very attractive when you cry.
So I'm just saying that I have, but not over. But now, let's take it to this level. It depends on what the fuck you crying.
That's what I'm saying. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you can cry, bro.
The things that what I have has to do with death and
bruh,
and all types of shit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying some like now. And another thing,
would you cry to get her back though?
Nah,
if that's what it took and I fucked up.
Yeah, if I had to fake the cry.
Okay, would you cry?
Hey, I'll fake a cry if I gotta get you back. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So yeah. I'll fake a cry.
Some people
be faking cry.
Some people cry from anger. Like you can get so angry that you cry. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's just an emotion that comes out.
Would you cry to get her back?
I'll fake cry to get her back.
I have fake cry to get it back.
See, fake cry. Hey, no, fake cry is real. Fake cry is real. Hey, fake cry is work though. Fake cry. Hey, you gotta hold your eyes like this.
Well, no, you gotta hold your nose.
Hey, you gotta hold your nose. And you gotta hold your eyes, dog.
The tears stay in the corner.
Yeah, but you're not really giving it. You know what I mean?
Hey, sometimes you
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Man, we gonna have to do a part 2 on this one.
This is good. This is good.
Time, but
true.
Look, I'm going to tell you run down the shadows like
shit. Like
we gotta. But no, so we follow us on Instagram at the Rec Room Pod. Once you follow us on Instagram, the link is in there to our YouTube page. Click on that link, subscribe to our YouTube page. We pod every week on Podbean, so those episodes are all audio every Thursday at 8 p.m. You can check us out there. I always say, if you like what you hear, if you like what you see, just share it to anybody that you want to share it to. As I always say, everybody has a pod, but everybody is in us. Till the next time.
Peace.
60153.
Bang bang.
Oh, now we really in the Rec Room.